The toughest thing about this job is you know what's ahead for these young men if they make one wrong decision. If your mission is to save these guys, keep them alive and out of prison, you absolutely have to give them some of you. And some of that is giving away some of your heart. When your heart is into this job, it can't ever be done. Knocking on doors, talking to grandmothers, hustling in schools, anywhere I can find them. They try to cap us at seeing a certain amount of guys a day, but if I could see all of them, I'm gonna make it happen. What's up, brother? I'm with my guys on weekends, after my normal work hours, via phone, direct contact. Some call to see if I give them a ride to work as early as 6 a.m. Constant communication, constant calls, constant driving. I keep my phone on at all times because my job hours are never done.
Roca's mission is to disrupt the cycle of incarceration and poverty by helping young people transform their lives. The work that we do at Roca really starts with when we identify the young person. We are relentless in our outreach and our efforts to engage with them and learn everything that we can about them. And when we get a door slammed in our face, we do it again and again and again because we know what the alternative is.
Alrighty, let's talk about your off-track guys. Who do we got?
Monday morning is about being strategic about the rest of the week. We talk about the data, the tracking of that data, and it keeps everyone in the loop of what's going on with your guys.
What's up with him? They picked him up on warrants?
No, he had drugs on him.
You think he's gonna get held?
No bail.
Oof.
The bread and butter really is our cognitive behavioral theory curriculum. We really need to focus on the trauma that these young men have been exposed to.
CBT teaches our guys to take that one moment to pause and don't let your emotions dictate a bad choice.
We are a behavioral health program. We need to build a strong enough relationship to have these uncomfortable conversations because, I mean, you know better than I do in Baltimore City, the likelihood of them staying alive and out of jail is pretty slim if they're out doing what they're doing.
I was 18 years old when I lost my grandmother. You know, everything that I am is because of her. After she died is when I started getting into the streets. Before I spent time in prison, I wanted to be the biggest drug dealer in Baltimore City.
Did you think you could do it?
I was well on my way.
Tomorrow my son's birthday.
What you doing with him?
We gonna go somewhere like Outback or something.
Like I keep telling you, you gotta make that time for youngins, yo. I'm 44, yo. I've been through everything you going through right now. You know that time is precious and you can't get that back.
Right.
The first time I went to prison, I was sentenced to 3 years. While you're in, you always tell yourself, I'm not coming back. But then you fall back into the same habits, being around the same friends. So I eventually end up going back to prison a few years later. 5.5 years is a long time to be gone. When I came home the second time, the support came from my girlfriend and my kids. They're gonna love you whether you're right or wrong, but when they're wrong, they're not afraid to tell you. You gotta put forth the effort so your son will believe that he can do it. So you regularly engage in activities that get you up and moving, that keep your battery charged, right?
Right.
Make sense?
Hell yeah.
All right, I'm getting ready to get out of here, see if I see Dre.
All right, love you, all right?
Love you too. I regularly have conversations with Smash around CBT so we can help better guide his choices and decisions. That moment of pause might be the difference between life and death.
Hey, what's up, Mal?
Hey, Kurt, how you doing?
Jamal's commitment to the work is essentially never ending. Being able to build very strong, trusting, foundational relationships to push young people towards change is not easy. And that is one of the things that he is the best at. Mayon was immersed in the streets when I met him, like, heavily. This particular day, the police chased him, and he ran, and he fell and hit his head, and he was in a coma for a few weeks. The first few times I went to see Mayon, he don't even know it. I had to take a picture of him and show him that I was here. You feel like you all the way back to normal?
Mm-hmm.
Mentally and physically?
Not mentally, but physically.
We could race, bro.
I get you.
All right, we gonna see.
I get you. Don't let this 300 pounds fool you. He was the same way I was at one point, thinking that the streets was where he was gonna gain his fame and notoriety from. CBT has taught Mayon to think instead of reacting solely off emotion.
Good. Good. To you?
Mayon is like my oldest son right now. That's our relationship right now.
It's okay. Just don't let it really shake.
Shit. I love the kid, and I know he'll tell you he loves me as well. Good job, shorty. Mostly every youth worker in here, all of us are from the inner city. So the same thing these kids are going through, we've been through. I got you the next 3 days of school.
All right, what you mean?
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, beginning to end, and sitting in all your classes. Are you gonna do it? The hardest thing to convince them is that they are truly loved. In this job, you have to give them some of you to get to know them. I'm there basically to show them what's at your feet if you choose to take the steps that way. They have someone to look up to, and if I could be that guy, I'm all in.